And from, people enter a town they can't escape. No matter which road they take, they always end up right back where they started. At first, everyone panics. They search for answers. They try different routes. They believe escape must exist. But eventually, most people stop trying. And honestly, that's exactly how the financial system works in real life. From childhood, people are told the same formula. Study hard, get a stable job, work your entire life, and somehow everything will work out. But then reality hits. Bills increase, rent increases, stress increases. Therefore, people work harder just to survive another month, just like driving endlessly in circles and from. And the scary part is, most people don't even realize they're trapped. Because the system doesn't look like a prison, it looks normal. Wake up, go to work, come home tired, repeat, every single day. In From, nobody fully understands the rules of the town. And in real life, most people don't understand the rules of money either. Schools teach students how to obey systems, but rarely teach them how to escape them. That's why so many people spend their entire lives surviving without ever becoming free. 2. Comfort keeps people stuck. One of the most disturbing things in From is how people slowly adapt to the nightmare. At first, everyone desperately wants to escape, but after enough time, people begin building routines, decorating homes, living as if the town is normal. They become comfortable inside the trap, and that's exactly what happens in real life. Most people aren't truly happy. They're just comfortable enough to stay the same. A paycheck feels safe, even if it barely covers life. Scrolling social media feels relaxing, even if it wastes years. Watching others succeed online feels entertaining, while your own dreams slowly disappear. And just like From, the trap doesn't destroy people instantly. It destroys ambition slowly, one excuse at a time, one delayed goal at a time, one comfortable routine at a time. Eventually, people stop asking, "How do I escape?" and start asking, "How do I survive here comfortably?" That mindset keeps people poor forever, because once comfort becomes more important than freedom, the system wins. 3. Fear controls decisions. Fear controls almost every character in From. Fear of the monsters, fear of the dark, fear of the unknown. And because of that fear, people stop thinking clearly. Some panic, some freeze, some blindly follow others. Very few take action. Real life works the same way. Most people stay trapped financially because fear controls their decisions. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of losing money, fear of uncertainty. People stay in jobs they hate because it feels safe. They avoid opportunities because the unknown feels terrifying. And just like the monsters in From, fear doesn't need to physically attack people to control them. It controls their minds first. That's the real prison, mental fear. Because the moment someone believes escape is impossible, they stop trying completely. And the people who eventually change their lives, they usually aren't fearless. They simply become more afraid of staying stuck forever. 4. The monsters equals modern distractions. The monsters in From are terrifying because they don't always attack immediately. Sometimes they smile, sometimes they manipulate, sometimes they wait patiently. And honestly, that's exactly how modern distractions work. The things destroying people today don't look dangerous at first. Endless scrolling, constant entertainment, cheap dopamine, mindless content. It all feels harmless. But over time, those distractions slowly destroy focus, discipline, and ambition. And the scariest part? People willingly invite them in, just like characters opening windows for monsters in From. Nobody forces people to waste hours online. Nobody forces procrastination. But distractions are designed to feel good temporarily. Therefore, people trade long-term success for short-term comfort. That's why so many people feel busy, yet accomplish nothing meaningful. Their attention gets consumed every single day, and attention is power. In From, surviving the night requires discipline. One mistake can cost everything. Real life isn't much different. One addiction, one distraction, one bad habit can silently destroy your future while you barely notice it happening. 5. Nobody questions the system. One frustrating thing in From is how few people actually question the town itself. Most become too focused on survival, food, safety, shelter, and because of that, they stop searching for answers. That happens in real life too. Most people are so busy surviving month to month, they never stop and ask bigger questions. Why am I working so hard just to survive? Why was I taught to earn money, but never taught to build wealth? Why do people work for decades and still struggle financially? Those questions are uncomfortable, and uncomfortable questions threaten systems. That's why most people avoid them. In From, the characters searching for answers are often treated like they're crazy, but eventually, they're usually the ones discovering the truth. And life works the same way. The people who escape average lives are often the ones willing to question normality. Because if you never question the system, you may spend your entire life trapped inside it. 6. Hope without action changes nothing. Many people in from hope things will improve. They hope someone will save them. Hope answers will appear. Hope the nightmare will end. But hope alone changes nothing. And real life is full of people trapped in the same cycle. People hope they'll become successful someday. Hope they'll get rich someday. Hope life will magically improve. But they never change habits. Never learn new skills. Never take risks. Therefore, years pass, and nothing changes. That's the painful truth, because deep down, most people already know what they should do. They know they need discipline. They know they need focus. They know they need consistency. But action is uncomfortable, and comfort is addictive. The people making progress are usually the ones willing to move despite fear. They explore dangerous places, test new theories, take action even without guarantees. That's how growth works in real life too. Most people wait for motivation before starting. Successful people start before they feel ready, and that difference changes entire lives. 7. The real horror is losing control of your life. The scariest part of From isn't just the monsters. It's watching people mentally surrender, watching them slowly lose hope, lose ambition, lose identity. That's the real horror. And honestly, that's happening to millions of people in real life too. People waking up exhausted every morning, living the same week repeatedly, watching years disappear. Not because they're weak, but because they became trapped inside systems, distractions, fear, and comfort, just like the town in From. And maybe that's why the series feels so disturbing, because beneath the horror, it reflects reality. The people who escape in From aren't always the smartest or strongest. They're simply the ones who refuse to accept the prison as permanent, the ones who keep questioning, keep risking, keep trying, even when everyone else gives up. Because the real horror, spending your entire life trapped inside a cage and calling it normal.